With more than 45,000 people infected with the novel coronavirus globally and more than 1,000 dead from the virus, Carnival executives are sharing how they are responding to the threat while addressing the dumping of waste in the country's water. Cleopatra Murphy reports.
With fears over the novel coronavirus mounting as the death toll continues to rise, Carnival Cruise Line says it has put in place its own mechanisms to prevent the spread of the deadly virus on its ships. Chris Chime, Chief Communications Officer for Carnival Cruise Line, says Carnival has implemented a thorough screening process for passengers with mechanisms also put in place, working with World Health experts and the industry.
Is this the best environment to be trying to sell people to go on a cruise? Probably not. But we continue to book guests. I think people are feeling better about what's in place. And it's our job to kind of continue that public dialogue so everyone understands what we're doing and how we're trying to protect the health of both guests and crew.
As for the impact the virus will have on the vessel, he says ships are full and there have been few cancellations.
Any guest or crew member who has come directly from China, Macau, and Hong Kong are not allowed to join the ship if they've been in that area in the last 14 days. We have enhanced screening at the ports when our guests and crew embark on the ship. We're contacting guests ahead of time to see if they have been to the region and try to identify them before they even come to a port to board the ship. We've got medical screenings in place if needed at embarkation.
Company officials also addressed reports that Carnival Cruise Line discharged more than 500,000 gallons of treated sewage into Bahamian waters back in 2017. Senior Vice President of Maritime Policy and Analysis at Carnival Corps, John Hefflinger, says the company has put in place mechanisms to prevent repeat occurrences within the last year and a half.
The policy around the archipelagic baseline of the Bahamas was not always clearly understood. We've taken a lot of effort to make sure training was in place to ensure our ships understand it well, and that once that was understood, I think we've certainly reduced the risk of those types of incidents occurring.
Last year, government also announced it would launch an investigation into the dumping that Carnival self-reported and says was a result of human error. The executive gave more details on its new policy.
Last year, we implemented a even more conservative policy than just following, in this case, international law, such that we now have all of our corporate policies to be outside of 12 nautical miles from the baseline, whereas 3 nautical miles is the international standard.
Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.